2021, it was humble beginnings. What followed was evolution and speed. And now tonight, history will be made again. For the first time, we go live. And for the 6th time, a champion is crowned. Now, you're about to witness the 500.
3-1! 3-1! It's the dual turn!
24 no side lanes!
Number 8 FCR.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to History in the Making. As we are now live for the first time ever for the DeCar Nationals, and tonight is a historic night here, 9 o'clock. This is the 6th USHRA 500 in the DeCar National Series. I'm Thomas Frasco, as we are here and ready for this big race. As some of our drivers have made it, there's been quite a few drivers who have unexpectedly not made it to this big race, but the ones that are here, they are set and good to go. In this race, it'll be a 50-lap shootout. And at the end of the race, we'll find out who will be the 6th winner of the USHRA 500. And there will be a cash bonus, $500, and we're going to see who will be gaining that here in this big race. As we go on to the track, as you can see here, everyone's beginning to line up. And we have currently 4 drivers actually lined up here. As you can see here, we got great power in the Dale Earnhardt Wrangler colors. King Ross, the defending champion of the 500. He is currently in that 28, the Pepsi design. Great performances. He is in the 8. And Jay Hick making his return after briefly showing up in the Seacock Speedway race last season in that 13 car. Those are the 4 drivers that are going to be starting off in this race, and other drivers could be joining in possibly by merging onto the track if need be. So here's how the rules are for this race will go. The drivers will be going around this track for 50 laps. Collisions, as we know, are off. The reason why we turned off the collisions is because back in the earlier parts of the DeCar Nationals, sometimes the collisions would not go the way that we wanted, and it would end up very delayed for some of the drivers, and it would result in many crashes. Meanwhile, they are unable to be avoided. But now in this race, they are off, and it's the first time that it is going to be shown in this race with no collisions. And pretty soon in this broadcast, Ward, one of our older DeCar National hosts, will possibly be back on here. So yeah, it's just a kind of an interesting situation. But we are going to be starting roughly in about 3 minutes. At 9:10, we will be going officially under yellow. As we're currently setting up the field here for this big race. Once again, I want to thank everybody for slowly joining in live for this race. The first live broadcast from DeCar Nationals, as the majority of the races were first not recorded, then pre-recorded, and now we're going to go live, starting with the 500. As now we take a look at the, we're currently going through the sign-ups, and we're going to fully get who is where. So CRD is going to be starting up in the front, and because Pixel's not here, Grave is going to be right next to him, I believe. Yeah, so it would be him, and then it would be Jay Hick and then it would be Coop in the rear of the field next to Jay. So that's how the order will go. It'll be 8, 3, then it will be 13, and then 28. So that's how the order will go for when we start the race in about 3 minutes from now, or excuse me, 2 minutes from now. Because now we're slowly beginning to get things set up. Jay Hick is slowly going to be joining in his 13 car. He'll be behind the 8 of CRD, and we just want to make sure all of our drivers are in, making sure that no collisions are in, making sure everything is all set as we start in about 2 minutes for our 6th USHRA 500. Big cash is on the line, and we're excited to kick it off in about 1 minute.
At JCB, we know good enough is never good enough. Simply meeting expectations just won't cut it. We built JCB with that in mind, because in this life, you have to tackle each challenge as it comes. Be strong. Be bold. Be committed. You have to rise above. You have to be better.
As now we're waiting for Coop to get back in, and in just about less than a minute away, we will start the race, as we just wanted to give some drivers some extra time to join. We gave them a teeny bit of time, and now we're about to go green. Once again, the drivers can merge onto the track if they need to merge if they had a late start. So what's going to happen is the drivers will go yellow for 2 laps, and then on that second one we will go green. And now it is 9:10. The yellow flags are now beginning right now. Here's some storylines going into this CRD. Coupe de Boss. Those two are the only drivers in the field that have won the 500. CRD Season 4 back in the Bubba Wallace 23. Coupe de Boss in a older paint scheme of the 28. That was back in the previous season. Meanwhile, Grave Prower, his second 500 appearance, I believe. And this time he is in the Dale Earnhardt colors, the Wrangler colors. We're excited to see how he does in that car. And then we have Jay Hick. He qualified, I believe, last time, but never made it. This time he finally makes it, as they're going to go, you're going to see the white flag, which means one more lap before we go green. So they'll stay yellow in this pace and speed. So this is how the restarts and the starts are going to go. So it will go when they hit the line next time. When they hit that start-finish line, that's when we're going to go green. So CRD and Grave should fire first when we go green this time around. Again, this is the longest race in the Derby Car National season, as next week we begin the street stock portion at Bowman Gray Stadium. That is next Friday. Very exciting. And then we start doing a lot of double headers of the Cup and street stock classes. Street stocks are for drivers who are up and coming or need more practice with slower speeds. And then we have the Cup cars, the Elite Series and the Oldest Series. And we are just about to go green momentarily. And we're going to begin the point season here tonight. We have been waiting 2 whole months, and now it is time to kick it into high gear as they come to the line flag. The 500 is underway. Grave Prower ends up going on the apron, trying to gain some momentum, but Coop easily pulls ahead. CRD not doing well. He went all the way back. Jay Hick goes really high as they are really low compared to him. Coop with a huge lead. CRD out of control as he goes around. And the caution is gonna wave. He went out of the ballpark there. So they're gonna race back to the line and then we'll bunch him back up. Very interesting strategy there for Grave. He's going all the way on the apron. So Coop is going to start us back up in first. Then it will be Grave, then J Hick, and CRD struggling. He has, looks like some car issues. So we're going to bunch back up and we'll be restarting on lap number 4. So they're going to take this lap under caution, and then we'll go green next time around. As yep, they're going to take a whole lap just to go under the yellow. So they're not going to go green this time. They're going to go green next time. Coop seems to be the big favorite as CRD goes into pit lane. A little bit of a fun little thing here, and actually a little bit of more of a sportsmanship thing. Cooper Boss struck a deal with Great Prower that if Coop wins, half of that cash is going to go right to with Graves. So yeah, very wholesome thing there for Coop, and we'll see if he'll be able to win the 500. He is currently in the first position, and will restart on lap number 4. As they're taking their last yellow flag before. So CRD on pit lane. Currently something might be wrong with the car, as we will be going green this time around. CRD looks like he might have fixed his issue as he's coming off of pit lane. He's got to hurry up, as the other drivers are now on the backstretch. As yet he can go green and catch up, but he has to obviously slow down once he gets to that field who is under the yellow flag. And yep, Coop and Grave will be able to fire first once they hit that start-finish line. So that's how this whole thing is going to go, obviously, as we've seen throughout the season. About to go green once again. As they're going to reach that line. Coop, Grave, first, second. Jay, and then CRD in the back. Green's out again. And Grave this time is going to go on the bank, and CRD tries to go on the apron. Grave's got the lead, but Coop the Boss, he's on his tail. Great Prower with the lead. Lap number 5. About to approach lap 6 coming up. Grave with just a really good line. Meanwhile, CRD's little cattywampus Coop messes up and he bumps the wall. Grave beginning to pull ahead from the whole field. Lap 6, and everybody is trying to get to that line that Grave has. And Graves slows down just a teeny bit. Going into lap 7 coming up. Great Prowler with the lead in the Dale Earnhardt Avenger. Dale Earnhardt Wrangler color. Lap 7 has been reached. CRD goes all the way low on the apron, trying to gain some ground, but it just wasn't enough, and he falls back again. Look at that really big battle for the last place spot. CRD trying to get to Jay Hick, and they are just switching that position back and forth, but CRD is just not having a good night. Going into lap 8 now. Everybody still stays in green. Grave with just a really good line. Coop is slowly catching up to Grave. Jay Hick right behind, and then we have CRD struggling as he has a different setup. He doesn't have his controller. He has actually keyboard. He's not used to keyboard, and that's actually starting to play a factor here. As we go into lap number 9, it's just very stretched out now. Great Prowler with just a really good line. About to approach lap 10. 10 out of 50, so there's still a lot of ground to make up here. And Jay Hick spun out there, and he slides down, and yellow flag. So they're going to be racing to the line. So once the yellow comes out, in Derby Car rules, obviously, they have to race to the line to confirm their position. But if it's a major crash, then we would have to go red flag, and then that's when the whole field gets frozen. So they race back to the line. Great Prowler with just a great run. He wants to make history. He has this beautiful line. The practice is really working for Grave. And Coop obviously had some practice, but it doesn't seem like he didn't get too much. But Grave seems to have the best practice out of any of the drivers here. CRD third, and then Jay Hick with an issue. He ends up going, and he's going to be restarting in the 4th position. He'll be restarting on lap 12 here in this race. As we're just about to reach the next yellow flag, we'll be getting ready. Alright, so they're going to be going back under the yellow flag now. Restarting on lap 12, that is where the drivers will be. Grave with the lead, Coop second, CRD third, Jay Hick with a fumble, hence why we went under the yellow flag, and we're under the yellow flag for just about a lap. We will be going green this time around to continue this big race. Might have to stretch the camera out just a teeny bit. Because of the race, there's certain portions where it's actually beginning to get spaced out, so. Great Prowler, Coop, first 2. as they wait for the line, and that is when they're going to go green once again. Green flag. Jay Hick catching up to Coop here. Brave Prowler and Coop relatively going at the exact same speed. Coop beginning to catch up to Grave as we go into lap 13. CRD goes way in. Oh, that's going to be a caution. He smacks the wall, so they'll race back to the line. They just have to do another lap. Jay Hick now out of control. Coop the Boss now retakes the lead as they will cross the line, and then we'll go back on the yellow as CRD smacks the wall at a turn 4 on the right side of the car. A pretty nasty hit. So Coop will retake the lead. Then it'll be Grave and then Jay Hick, CRD to go in the 4th position. Talk about a tough hit there for CRD. As we'll restart on lap 16. See, he's got a little bit of damage on that car. As the caution comes back out, CRD went way too out into that part of the track and just smacked the wall hard. Car came to a stop, so obviously if it was just a spin out we would have to watch, and if he was able to keep going then we would have to keep it to green, but since he did smack the wall like that we had to go yellow. Cars are now getting freshened up. We will looks like we will go green this time possibly. No, we're gonna go yellow for one more lap. So drivers are able to switch their setup if they need to switch the setup. So they can do that right now. Now joining in the voice call, believe it or not, is actually the main host of the race, and that is Warhog, the original, or one of the original hosts from the series. Welcome back, as we are live on the channel.
Great to be back, man, and I'm glad to be hosting this. Just got back. I definitely think tonight's going to be a good race, and I see Coop is back in this as well, so it's great to see that he's returned.
Yep, so Coop, CRD, they are the 2 500 champions in the field. Coop's the defending 500 champion. Meanwhile, Grave Prowler trying to get his shot into this race. And then we have Jay Hick making his first 500 appearance after last season he tried to qualify, but never made it to the race, so he finally gets his shot here tonight.
All right, so it's definitely going to be a good one here tonight. As you can see, I think around turn 1 and 2, there was 2 cars driving down there right next to each other.
If you made it back into the game, so now I'll go a little bit more laid back. I'll try to chime in here and there, but I think you are good to go to get us back into the swing of things. So what happens here in this race will bring out the green flag once they hit the start-finish line. That's going to be the official restart zone for this track. And of course, same rules pretty much as last year. Caution, whenever cautions come out, they have to race back to the start-finish line. But if it's a red flag, then the whole thing gets frozen. And it looks like we're soon about to go green. Wart, you can take it away, and I will be relatively chiming in here and there. But it's great to have you back.
All right. Yep, it's great to be here as they are now coming through turn 4, as they are now entering the tri-oval. Guys, watch the chat. Green flag is in the air. We are racing at the Muttley Oval.
After restarting on lap 16, I just wanted to say.
Looks like Coop taking it nice and easy throughout that first turn.
And then you can just see CRD more gremlins are hitting him pretty good this time. Again, he has a different setup compared to his usual setup, so that's why he's struggling. But he still has a lot of time. We're only on lap 17 now, as Coop crosses the line.
Yep. Now Coop taking the lead more and more. Great Flower actually went down towards the banking, the flat area, back in turn 4, and it looks like he lost a little bit of ground going around Coop, and it looks like Jay Hick is coming right behind him in that 13 car.
And yeah, and Coop, he hasn't really been on rigs in a while, but he practiced heavy, and Grave got a little loose, but he recovered there, and Jay Hick went really wide.
All ends well so far. It looks like Grave is swerving all over the place. He's kind of losing control here.
Coop has that perfect line, and everybody else seems to be slipping up pretty good here.
Looks like we may have a battle for second place. Jay Hick almost went side by side with Coop, and it looks like he's going to the inside.
They'll race
Oh.
back to the line. CRD is stopped in the backstretch. Coop first. Jay Hick will get second, and then Brave third. CRD hit the wall, and I think I see the nose up.
Major damage to Connor's car there. I'm not sure if he's gonna. Oh, yep, that is quite the hit he took.
And yeah, he will be able to go to the pits, repair the car, and get back into the race. As we're going to zoom into his car, yeah, you can see it right there. There is some significant damage to that car, and we will restart on lap 20. So we already made up some significant ground in this very historic race. And again, want to thank some of the people who are joining in from time to time live on the channel. And once again, we will have more lives coming, both for the monster trucks and for the biggest racing series in rigs that isn't monster trucks, the Derby Car Nationals, or DeCar Nationals as that new logo shows. As CRD will be going to pit lane, they'll go yellow for one more lap while CRD goes to the pits.
Yep, so this is a good call for any of the rest of those 3 drivers. Pit road is open, so if you need fresh new tires or refuel, you are able to do so, as looks like Connor is kind of having a little trouble getting his car around. Oh, looks like you got it all sorted out now.
It looks like it is only CRD who's going to be going into the pits. He's been having such a rough night here tonight, but hopefully he'll be able to turn that luck around when we continue on here in this very historic race.
Yep, Coop is warming up his tires, and it looks like I believe he's on those new tires. I can't really tell since I'm driving the pace car here, but I think he's on those new Hoosier tires.
Yeah, we have Goodyear setup, we have a Hoosier setup. There is a leading setup, but that's only for short tracks, so you're not going to be seeing that tonight, that's for sure.
Looks like Connor is back in the game. They got that front end fixed on his number 8 car. It looks like he's not out of this one just yet.
And yep, the sun slowly begins to dip as we continue on. Coop DeVos currently your leader in this race. Jay Hick second. Ray Prower third. So far there's been 2 different leaders in this race. That would be Coop and Grave. Coop led some laps. Grave led some laps. But, of course, the biggest lap that they have to lead is lap 50, of course.
As they're now entering turn 3 and soon eventually turn 4, they will enter the restart zone and to go green back once again. Coop will take it. Coop is going to take it all the way to the start-finish line with Jay Hick right beside him. I'm really interested to see what Jay Hick can do over here at this bizarre racetrack.
We'll see how it goes as they'll restart on lap 20 out of 50.
All right, as they're now entering the restart zone, green flag is back in the air. Look at Jay Hicks picking up speed, trying to get up with Coop there as they enter turn 1 here.
Yeah, that inside line is where you got to be, and Bravewell cattywampus there. You saw him get really loose.
Oh, wow. What a pass by Connor in that 8 car. He just took second place away from the 13.
Not just yet, though. Jay gets it back for a second.
Oh, right in front of him. Right there. as Connor's trying to hang in there, sliding,
Oh, man.
and he saves it.
Oh, great.
Oh, and we got trouble on the front racks.
The 3 goes into the grass and stops. They will race back to the line as the yellow flag goes. It's Coop
Oh.
and Jay going for number 1. Oh.
Connor, trouble on the backstretch. Connor spins out around the same spot where he crashed.
It'll be Coop and then Jay. And it looks like CRD will be 3rd, and then Grave will be starting in the rear of the field.
And speaking of rear, looks like Grave is going in reverse on the backstretch. Not sure exactly why, but he's doing it.
Pulling a Kyle Busch, I see. Take a look at this.
Now that is interesting, and he is going to whip that thing around old-fashioned, and he is now back driving in the right direction, and he is heading on to pit road.
Yep, so we got a lot of races coming up. A 10-lap race schedule. We're really excited for it. Some races for the Cup Series, some people for the Street Stocks, and of course we have multiple doubleheader nights. And we are looking for hosts for the Street Stock division because I'm going to be racing in that class. So obviously we're going to need some more people to host that. We will be going yellow for one more lap as we are waiting for CRD to get his car troubles figured out.
Looks like maybe those tires that he was probably running on wasn't doing him so well, as we did see him get extremely wide all the way on the backstretch and just spun out.
A lot of them are switching to Hoosiers. This is unusual. Usually a lot of people have the Goodyear tires, but it seems like the Hoosiers are working better for these guys that are up in front.
Looks like these guys have a favorite tire brand to use for the rest of the season, because if you can get that grip, you can definitely be a lot faster on those Hoosier tires.
Alright, now we are currently waiting on the word for CRD, and currently the race is halted. And we will restart on lap, I believe, 24. Lap 24 is where we'll start.
All right.
Wart, do you see CRD on your end? Oh yeah, oh, never mind.
I do. Oh, there you go.
Yep,
All right,
there
there he is.
Yep, okay, we're good.
All right.
Alright.
So I believe we are starting back up on lap 26, I believe.
24. And we will be going green this time around, since everybody is now lined up and ready to go. Coop first, he's been in the lead for a while now. Jay Hicks second, CRD third, Grave at the rear of the field. Really hoping Riggs
Jay
Rods
Hicks
Racing,
not.
I'm sorry, just saying, really wish Riggs Rods Racing was a little bit more popular. Because this
Oh yeah, definitely agree with you on that.
Because there's also another tour called the Single Stock Car Series, and that one was another big fan favorite, and that was by Exploder and Pixel.
Oh, looks like, wow, what a jump by both Grave and Jay Hicks.
Yeah,
Looks like we got a new leader back in.
Yeah, looks like Coop and CRD was sleeping at the line.
Side-by-side action between Grave and Jay. Jay slightly taking the lead, but Coop is not far behind.
Oh, baby, as Tim Pitts would say at Orange County.
Oh, look at that.
Some good racing here now as they're going into
3 wide for the lead.
Baby.
And it looks like nice. Nice, good overtake by Jay. He is now our new leader. But Coop is still hanging in there, but Jay is not intimidated by the defending champion.
Oh, he pulls back. Coop's got the lead again, but CRD is not too far behind. This is the racing that I love to see. Neck and neck, close finishes. CRD
I definitely agree with you.
At 26, Coop's got the lead.
Nearly there. The race is more than halfway over. Looks like Connor is trying to get to the inside, and it looks like he does for second place.
Oh, but he slips up again, and that's going to mess him up. You got to stay low on this track, but not all the way to the apron as Grave is doing. You got to be right on that low part of the banking in order to get all that momentum. He saw Grave, he went way too low, and that messed him up a lot.
Coop still holding in that lead as they go into the next lap. Connor dives to the inside, so does Jay. Now Connor, doing a little crisscross, goes back up to the outside of the racetrack.
Oh, he goes really high, and that messed him up there.
And Connor gets loose. It looks like he's getting really loose after he exits turn 2, and I see that quite a lot, Thomas. I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Approaching lap 28. Oh, yep, and then CRD just made that mistake. He went to that apron, and it just shot him right back up the track. That's something you just don't want to do.
He's still in the game. Coop with a huge lead. Jay Hicks in second. Grave in fourth, but he's still in this battle.
Yeah, you can see he's just trying to do that method. I mean, he's neck and neck with Jay Hicks.
Trouble on the back straightaway.
Grave, he's around. So caution will wave. Coming to the line will be Coop first, and second is going.
Oh, Connor spins out. Connor spins out a few hundred feet before the start-finish line, and look at this. He is going to cross it in reverse. I think that still counts, right?
Yep, that still counts for forward or reverse.
How about that? Connor crosses the finish line in reverse to game.
Living up to that Kyle Busch paint, huh?
Now that is truly amazing. So far, we've seen 2 moves in reverse, one from Grave and another from Connor, as we now are under caution.
Yep, we'll be under caution for another lap. So for this lap, it is a pit lap if anybody needs to take any pit stops. And then we'll go green next time around, which will be lap 30. And the sun continues to set here at the Motley Oval for this really big race.
Here comes Grave in turn 4, trying to catch up to the rest of the field.
Yep, let's see will anybody make a pit stop this lap? Because the pit lane is open. Let's see if anybody does.
Looks like Connor will.
Yep, so already will do this pit stop here. We'll zoom in on him. Already just trying to find those gremlins. He's been getting better. I mean, might just be not just because of the setup he has that's different, but maybe also possibly ring rust, maybe.
And it looks like it, as they're currently working on his car in pit road.
Looks like if he's able to pull out, we will go green this time around. Lap 30 is where we're going to start. And yes,
all right, so 20 laps left in this.
Yep, we will go green this time around, so 30 laps in this entire race. So far, 20 laps have went by, and 30 to go, so throughout these 20 laps, we've had 3 different leaders. Jay Hick led 1 lap. Meanwhile, Grave Prower and Coop have led many laps. Coop has been the dominator of the race so far, looking for his second consecutive 500. Meanwhile, CRD, the only one in the field, has not led a lap yet. All of them drive on Hoosiers.
All right, as they are on the back straightaway, soon to enter turn 3 and 4. Quick question, is Jay Hicks actually new to this, or has he been here for a while?
He's only made a brief appearance in Season 5. First, it was qualifying for the 500, but he never made the 500. Meanwhile, Seacock Speedway, he joined in beginning on Stage 2 and then going into Stage 3 in that race. So he has briefly made appearances in DerbyCar, but he has not made a full-length race appearance. Tonight is his first full-length race.
All right, as they are now entering the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air.
Lap 30 is what
Big
is
jump.
on right now.
Wow, look, Connor with some huge speed just goes from, I think, 4th to 2nd place. Now going on the back straightaway.
Approaching lap 31 as they begin to go single file. CRD with a much better turn, but he goes way too wide on the out part of the turn. The inside he's doing good, but the outside is really biting him.
Trying to keep up with the race leader Coop, and it looks like he's getting some more speed. Will he make a pass here? Looks like he's still going to stay right behind Coop as they enter the next lap.
Lap 32, CRD trying to creep. He wants a lap lead. Let's see if he's able to get closer to Coop. He's trying over there on that inside, trying to fight that keyboard that he's on. And he's slowly getting those laps faster and faster. And now he's challenging.
Oh, nearly went side by side there, and they are battling for that first place spot. Trying to get to around the inside.
Coop just manages to hold on to that lap.
Oh, and we got a spin. Both. Oh, Jay Hicks spins out in the infield, and I think that will be a caution right there.
And yes, it will. They're going to race back to the line. It's both Coop and CRD neck and neck.
Oh, man. Who's going to get it?
All right, here they come. Coop with a good way into the turn. CRD tries to go on the apron, but that bit him. He's got to try to avoid that apron. As Coop goes first and CRD second. And who's going to get third and fourth? It looks like third is going to be the number 3 of Gray Flower, wearing the Wrangler colors for Dale Earnhardt. That could be third, and then fourth is Jay Hick after what looked to be a spin or possibly a crash in the front stretch. I did not catch it, but Jay Hick brings out the caution. As now we'll go yellow for 2 laps again. The first yellow lap, if anybody needs a pit stop, they can do so. And then, of course, we go green next time around. So first, we'll see if anybody goes. Coop thought about it, but he said, maybe next time.
Still wants to hang on to that lead because he definitely thinks he has a shot in retaining his title as being the champion here at this racetrack. So he's still going to stay up in the front for a little bit.
And also, the cash prize, he also is really looking at that in the front of the mirror. He wants it. This will restart on lap 35. Lap 35 of 50 is where they will be when they cross that line. They're currently on lap 34 under yellow.
All right, they'll be having 15 laps left to go in this race. It's still anyone's game, so anyone still has a chance to win here.
Time is ticking. They have to play their cards right.
And green is...
We'll have to go green next time around. Sorry about that. So it will be lap 30. It'll be lap 36 this time. So they're currently on 35 under yellow, but 36 is where they will be when we go green. Coop, CRD are starting to gain that traditional one-on-one battle again. Gray Flower seems to be struggling more than what he was doing earlier. And Jay Hick had some pretty good success He's been shining in some parts and not in some others, but there's still time to make up for any mistakes. Meanwhile, Coop cannot make a mistake. And we are just about to approach green pretty soon.
Here they come, and there's green. Look at that. Nice, good launch coming into turn 1, but it looks like Coop is going to get his lead right back there.
Yeah, that inside line is the best line you could take. And CRD just bumped the wall there, and that just pushed him back a bit. And now everybody's pretty bunched up behind CRD for third. It's Coop and Jay Hick. Coop's got the better line, but Jay Hick has the best line coming out of that turn.
Lap 37, I believe. Oh, and Jay Hicks nearly spins it. Is he going to be able to save his car?
Still going on the grass. And no, he's not going to.
He didn't hit anything.
We will go yellow, though, because that did not look right. Something might have broke, possibly. I'm not sure. But we will go yellow. So
uh-oh.
come to the line.
Oh. Oh, and Connor hits the wall before entering, before crossing the start-finish line, but Grave is right over there. But Connor crosses it just before Grave can nearly pass him, so Connor is still in second.
Wow.
Now, if that's not true racing right there, then I don't know what is.
Alright, so we will go yellow once again. Wondering if anybody has any damage that they have to get repaired, possibly. We'll go yellow for 2 laps again, as we've been doing all night long, just to give anybody some extra time to get the cars all situated, and then we will go green again. So, the pit stop lap, if anybody needs to do that pit stop. Jay Hick will answer the call.
I wonder if he's gonna switch to some new tires, because it looks like that he has been having some trouble spinning out occasionally, and I'm not sure if it's a tire setup or any mechanical issues in his car, and that's been causing it.
It looks like it was possibly just a fuel run. Alright, so they will restart lap 40, I believe.
Oh man, 10 laps left.
This is where it's going to get pretty crazy. As the sun is...
Jay Hicks has said that.
And now the sun is pretty much down now, so...
Jay Hicks said that he was fixing some damage to his car, so I think he may be right on that fuel issue right there, Thomas.
And yep, the sun goes down, the moon is up, and this... At the end of this, we will find out who will be the 6th 500 champion and who will be $500 richer. Going green this time.
All right, as they're now approaching the start-restart zone, green flag is back in the air.
Great start for Grave. Coop with a fumble, 3 wide going into turn 1.
Oh man, 3 wide battle for first place. Look at this. Can't tell who's leading it right now.
Graves just got the lead.
Grave with the lead.
Oh man, yeah, this is no dilly-dallying. No more stalling. This is it. About to approach lap 41. This is where you really don't want to mess up. Grave messes up, but he still tries to hold on CRD.
Oh, that was really close.
Grave just pulled ahead in that one part to the line. Oh, this is getting really good. You see, everybody is racing fair here, but Graves starting to fumble a little bit. The CRD's not too far behind. Coop has fallen back a little bit. About to approach lap 42. Oh my.
I think we may have a new champion if Coop can't win this. Grave Prowler so far doing extremely well. He's been at the back of the pack at the beginning of the race, and now he's currently up front leading.
This is, I believe, the second occasion that he is continuously leading laps. And Coop.
Oh, and Coop goes around.
Caution, Coop. Something happened to him, and he just like hydroplant, and he just went around and then smacked the wall. Grave is gonna get first, and CRD, and then coming in third, it will be Jay Hicks. Something went wrong for Coop.
Now that is something you don't really see from our defending champion currently, as he just spun out. Looks like that area around the exit of turn 2 towards the backstretch, it looks like they get really loose over there, as we saw several times.
Yeah, it's the exit of turn 2 and the exit of turn 4. Going into the turn, it's a little easy, but coming out of those turns, you gotta watch out, because as we've seen many times, especially with these upgraded cars, they just slide out and hydroplant, and that's what happened to Coop. One little mistake, and that's all it takes.
As we are now waiting on Grave, the race leader, to come back up to the front, and there he is.
And now we are about to go. Looks like we will go green this time around, because everybody is in line. It looks like, and that will be lap 43, I believe.
All right, as they are now going through turns 3, now entering turn 4. Grave Prowler with the lead. He has to hang on to it for the next final few laps if he wants to win at this track.
This is going to be a big one here. Oh, he stalled really badly in that.
Looks like Connor's going to get the lead there with Coop in second.
CRD with a really good line coming out, but he goes way too high. He slides.
Oh,
Stays
is he going to hang on to it? Hang on to her.
No, he is way too wide. Yep,
Oh,
caution,
wow,
big
what a
whip.
hit.
Oof. Bad hit. Caution will be Coop, then Jay, then Grave. And
Wow,
keep it-
what damage.
And because we've reached 10 laps to go, the caution laps have been frozen. So once we go under caution, the caution laps will not count. So we will restart on lap 45. CRD
The
just-
front end. Ooh.
Yes, CRD just got too loose.
Front end of his car all torn up once again, just like last time. Will he be able to fix it in time to finish this race?
Looks like Coop is going to go into pit lane, and I bet CRD is going to go into pit lane. So the both defending 500 champions getting some repairs. Coop got some repairs to the hood, and now CRD is going to do some big repairs to that 8. Ay, ay, ay.
Definitely, this is definitely a good race so far. So
The drivers are staring at the money. Who will get it at lap 50? Or after lap 50?
Coop trying to catch up to the field currently. I believe Jay Hicks. Well, I can't actually tell who's in first place right now.
Jay Hick at the line. Grave there. Coop coming. CRD coming. It looks like we will be going green this time. As CRD rushes over.
All right. Watch the chat drivers. Green's out once again.
Lap 45. CRD had a pretty good jump. And Jay Hick trying to lead. Coop the boss made a lot of room. And look at that. He is now right on the tail of Jay Hick. He wants that 500 win. Great Prowler not too far behind, but he went too high. Again, you can't go
Oh, look
that
at
high.
Connor. Connor sliding up the racetrack, trying to get all that speed. Jay Hicks still in the lead, not intimidated by Coop at all. But here comes Grave coming down the track.
Side by side, Grave Prowler, Jay Hick, baby, we got a big battle for the #1 position. Coop the Boss, Jay Hick, side by side, and he bumps the wall a little bit. Coop the Boss is going to go back into the front, but for how long? as they approach lap 47.
Oh man, 3 laps left to go in this baby. Coop is still leading, trying to win another title. Jay Hicks in second, Connor in third, and Greg Prowler in fourth.
CRD with a slight fumble. Oh, he slaps the wall.
And he
not
hits
good.
that.
Caution. He hit the wall, and that will bring out the yellow flag once again as they will come back. And here they come. Will be Coop first, Jay Hicks second, Grave third. CRD brings out the caution, smacking the wall out of turn 2.
I think Jay Hicks may be in a good position to win this race, but he has to get around the champion, that being Coop, in the last few laps in this race. Oh man.
This is it. 2 laps. So they're going to go yellow. So we're not going to go green this time around. We're going to go yellow. But after this whole yellow lap, we'll be back on the backstretch, and then we'll get them set for 2 laps. And here is how the caution situation goes. If you guys are new on the Derby card, once they reach the white flag, the cautions will be turned off. So they're pretty much just racing the whole lap, and no matter what happens, they got to keep racing until they see that checkered flag. So there's no pausing the field or anything like that. It's just race and go for it. But if there is a caution with 2 to go, then we'll have to have that yellow flag ran to the checker. It is pretty much like an older style. That's why I kind of have this for the series.
All right, as they are now getting all gathered up on the back straightaway.
So yep, this is it. 2 to go. They just have to play all their cards right here. They have to find the ace. No kings, no queens, no jacks. They have to find the ace to get themselves the 500 victory. So get your popcorn, get your soda. This is gonna be a barn burner of a matchup. Coop, Jay Hicks, CRD, and Grave.
As you're now approaching, now exiting turn 4, coming into the restart zone. And there's a green.
2 laps to go. CRD charging.
Wow, what speed.
But Coop is just right behind. He's been dead. Oh, 4 wide.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious? 4 wide for the lead. Oh, 1 car in the wall.
They are muscling their way. They're going to see the white flag as they come into turn 4. The white flag is in the air. Call it home.
Here we go. 1 flag left, 1 lap to go in the 500. Who is going to win it? Connor and Coop side by side for the lead. Connor with a lot of speed. He hits the wall. Grave also hits the wall as well. Jay Hicks in third. Coming into the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so close. Checkered flag waves. Coop is going to get another win at the 500 and win the 500 bucks. Man, what a race.
That was a fantastic 500. This is the first time that the 500 has happened under the no collisions rule, and that was phenomenal. Cooper Boss in the 28 has done it. He is tied with Foxy Content with the most 500 victories at 2, as he 6th one, and we'll see if he's able to get the 7th one in 2025.
What a phenomenal race, as Grave Prowler is going to cross the line sideways, and he is in reverse. Coop with yet another racing win to his name in that beautiful 28 red and blue Pepsi car.
And now let the celebration begin.
Oh yeah, burn that thing down, baby.
And pretty soon we're going to hear from Coop himself. Winning the big.
Look at this.
Oh.
Going in reverse. That's something new you don't see every day. big celebration for now having one of the most wins, tying with Foxy. Definitely making some history here at this racetrack. And Connor's coming up right beside him. He's saying, "Good job, man. You did extremely well."
And pretty soon we're going to hear from the now two-time champ of the 500, Coupe de Vos. What a fantastic run he had, Wart, and what a race.
Absolutely. I'm glad I didn't miss all of it.
Yeah, Wart, it looks like you're going to have to go to the car, as Coupe is now on top of the car, and I will do the honor to unmute him, and Wart, you'll be able to yep, you'll be able to interview him right now, as you just heard that big gasp of air from Coupe de Vos as he put on one heck of a show, and everybody celebrating with the man himself. Coupe de Vos is your 500 champion. Wart is now alongside.
Thank you, Thomas. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the Muttley Oval Racetrack, I'm here with your race winner, Coupe de Vos. He just won the 500 and now ties with the most win with Foxy. Now, Coupe, it's great to see that you're back, man, in the competition. Congratulations. How's it feel to have yet another 500 racing win up to your name?
You know, I can't believe it. This is the biggest race of my career here at the Derby car, and I just can't believe it. That race was real tough. If Connor wouldn't have hit the wall at the end, he would have 100% beat me. I 100% respect him, and I think he's one of the greatest drivers here. And I just can't wait to see what happens in the future.
All right, and not only do you win the trophy, you also win a cash prize, $500. What are you going to spend that money on?
I don't know yet. Right now, I gotta figure out. I need to calm down, take a drink. I'm sweating and shaking right now. Biggest win of my career. Just would like to thank Thomas for giving me the opportunity to race this, and can't believe it.
All right, thank you so much for your word, Coupe. Glad to see that you're back. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for your 500 winner, Coupe de Vos. Thomas, back to you, buddy.
Thank you, Wart. What a fantastic night this has been. Just completely neck and neck the whole way through. All these drivers have been putting on the best performances possible, and we've just had one of the best 500s that we've ever had on the channel. The drivers were neck and neck the whole time. They each led a few laps. They were on a tear, and now we ended off with Coupe gaining the 500. I want to thank everybody for joining us here on this fantastic November 1st night for 2024, and we're hoping that we could do this again in 2025, as this race went phenomenal. And once again, congratulations to Coupe on the big cash prize. Derby Car season, I believe season 6 officially has kicked off. Coupe will start with the lead in the Cup Series, but next week the Street Stocks will have their Street Stock only night at Bowman Gray Stadium, and then beginning at the Dirt Oval on event number 3, we will have our double headers. Thank you everybody for joining us here live on TF Motorsports as we have made history. Coupe de Vos is your 6th winner of the USHRA 5